All right, I'm going out on a limb here because I like to cook, and that's just one little snippet of the point I want to make. When I was a kid, I used to always do this thing in the kitchen when my mom was cooking. I'd be like, "Hello, were these donuts made fresh this morning?" Because the guy was a man and he had a mustache, and he was just covering his mustache with his finger, and I got a kick out of it. That was hilarious. Okay, anyway, so here's my real life mustache because I made pizza the other day. And if you like stick it up in your nostrils, it stays there. Okay, point being, we are in cooking class. Just for a little, can you see that? That's salmon. I live on salmon and I eat it like every day. Okay, here's the big deal. Salmon is a natural food that helps rewire your passageways. That's exciting for people like me who've had like past concussions, PTSD. I get my own blessed therapy as I give it away. I mean, you know, what you're passionate for, you should be able to give it away for free. And hence, that is my point. Cooking is a fantabulous way to be creative and to use your imagination. And so is acting and the arts. And I just came from improv class, and I couldn't be happier that the Lord led me to it because it followed my lovely therapy session that I have every week. And I needed a pick-me-up. I needed something to laugh at, mainly myself. Which is why, you know, little props like these make me happy. So as I'm driving home, I see this billboard that says, "My brain surgeon has helped my back feel better." Now, I've been seeing a brain surgeon all year since I moved here to the South in Atlanta. And the only thing that we are really working on, that we are zeroing in on, basically is rewiring my thinking. How do we do that? We do that through imagination. We do it through creativity. When you think about the very things that schools have ex-nayed, that they're kicking out, what is it? God and the power of prayer and the arts. It's like, hello, morons, what are you thinking? So these kids are just, you know, I love the STEM academies where they're just all technology and it's like you can't even make eye contact with your peers. I mean, I'm not a fan. I mean, it's like, really? Pitch that to somebody who really is only focused on engineering and math and science, and you still are missing it because people need to use their creativity with their hands, with inner dialogue and getting to know other people. And it was so beautiful getting to know these other people in my class tonight. That I also related it to cooking and salmon. When you have any kind of food, right? Any kind of like steak, fish, looky here. You see when you start cooking it, can you see that? Okay. You see when you start cooking it that what? The outside gets done. You know it's done because it changes color. Now, we're going to let this simmer as I keep talking, and then I'm going to point out my final point. Okay. So when you are in the business of thinking on the fly, and you have a thought as you're driving down the road, like, hey, that would be really cool to do it, I'm going to encourage you to get out of your mundane, go in opposite direction, take the long way. Why don't you hike up the steps instead of the elevator? But look at all these ways that the Lord really wants to rewire your thinking. Because if it's subpar, if it's negative, if it is selfish, okay, if it's like me, I gotta pimp out my gift and make money on it, you're still missing the point. The point is, we do these things. We do the things like dance and drawing and acting and singing and cooking. We do these things because they tap into our God-given ability. Not all the time do we need to be pimping it out for profit. We don't need to be, I don't need to be running a catering business, although I could because I can whip up some fancy dishes on the fly. But I also can speak truth in a non-judgmental way, and I do that through comedy. So I'm going to remove my little mustache because I think it's getting snot on it. But I'm going to say to you, every single one of us has the ability to rewire our passageways by thoughts. And it helps if you have a neurosurgeon and a neurologist, as I do. But you can take this piece of salmon. Look already. We got a different change color here. This is all pink. And watch what happens. I'm going to flip this bad boy. Ah! And now I'm going to cut into that. What do I see? You see that? You see the flesh? Do you see the flesh? Okay, that's where I'm going to end this. That flesh is the inside of our heart. That's the very thing that needs to warm up to the gifts that we have inside of us. So as we warm up, we change in color and we get tougher and we get able to withstand higher temperatures, because that heat means we're just pushing out into the atmosphere and giving to other people what they need from us. What people need from you and what people need from me is that individuality that says, I am not a drone. I need to use my imagination. I do dream interpretation. Are you kidding me? Every dream I have had has led me to where I am today. And not every day has been fun. It's been a roller coaster. I've involved myself in people, relationships that have gone sour. But my same drive, my same passion doesn't allow me to give it away without love. And so there doesn't always need to be a return. There doesn't always need to be something that I'm earning from it. It can just be that my warm center becomes so relaxed by the love of giving my passion away that I can cook for 100 people and not have to charge a dime because I'm catering an event. I'm doing it simply because the love that's within me has the potential to change me. And I'm also going to be able to pray for people in the marketplace, and I'm going to be able to stop what I'm doing, and I'm going to be able to look into their eyes and say, you matter. I'm going to be able to laugh my rear end off at these amazing people in my improv class who tell stories 10 million times better than I do. And all I've been doing is telling stories my whole life. But this creativity, this rewiring of who we thought we were, it can happen as we lay down the thoughts of the past and how we defined ourselves. Don't give up on that creativity. Don't let it be snuffed out by somebody who has a better way, who's somebody who knows you better than you know yourself. Malarkey. Oh my goodness, use your gift and use it for you. The passionate things that you are driven and that you just like jump out of bed for, those are the things that you could simply continue doing for the rest of your life without earning a dollar on. And you're going to be so successful. It doesn't really matter if you're making the almighty dollar off of it. Although now I've seen that, I'm pretty darn funny and sometimes I can make some money off of it. And I'll be heading to New York and keeping you posted on that. But right now I got to finish cooking up this salmon and I'm going to get to eating that. And then I'll probably do a little ditty next week with my improv class on how already I know I'm healed because I'm thinking in brand new ways. And I'll leave you with that.